Hello. Yeah, everyone of these seniors is pretty awesome. And I'm going last because Mrs. Cormier told me that I have to. Because I wrote a speech and she thought it might be kind of long. It's like 3 1/4 pages, double spaced. Hello and welcome. I would like to thank you all for coming out tonight. Tonight is a night of mourning, a night of sadness and despair, a night of nostalgic thoughts and happy memories. I would not be surprised if tears were shed. I prepared the speech tonight to commemorate my 4 brethren, Matthew Sullivan, Russel Austin, Arseney R, and Alfred S. These 4 outstanding gentlemen have been my role models and friends ever since I arrived at the high school 3 years ago. If Matthew Sullivan could please step forward. A little more. Matthew and I are old friends, childhood mates. We played baseball together for many years, and although he was always in the shadow of my greatness, he remained my friend and comrade. Matthew and I split ways for a couple of years, and we did not see each other for a while. But then I joined the MHS drumline, and I was ecstatic to realize that our young passions had evolved into what could only be true love. And not only is Matt my good friend, but he is also my mentor. He has taught me everything he knows about life, love, the world, and the art of drumming. Thank you, Matt. If Russel Austin could please step forward. A little more. The great Russ Austin is known mainly for his sweet tenor skills, his caustic sarcasm, and his ability to sound just like Brian Wilson when singing Kokomo. But there is also a side to Russ that many people may not know. When I was in the middle school, I would get picked on every day, and I was beat up quite often. But then I came to the high school, and everyone there accepted me, including Russ. Page 2. I had heard a lot of spectacular stories about the wild and great deeds of the mighty Russ Austin, and as soon as I saw him, I knew they were true. My first few days of band camp, I made every attempt to avoid Russ, not wanting to assault him with my lack of ability. But then, one day, Russ came over to me and asked me how I was doing. It was at that exact moment that I realized Russ was a very special human being. It came as a shock to me that someone of his stature and influence in the band would go out of his way to talk to a lowly freshman. Russ and I were friends from that day on, and he has been one of my greatest inspirations to do great things. Of course, not many can live up to the accomplishments of the godly Russ Austin, but I figure I may as well try. Thank you, Russ. If Arseney Romanenko could please step forward. Mrs. Cormier is giving me looks. As you gaze upon Arseney, you see only his physical features, his centerfold-worthy body structure, his runaway model figure, and his silky soft hair that waves ever so slightly in the breeze. But beyond all of the external eye candy, Arseney's true beauty lies within. Arseney's life has been a constant struggle. Being Russian in New Hampshire is not as easy as you might think. As soon as his family first moved here, little Arseney had to deal with racism in every form. But he stuck through it, and he is one of the most outstanding persons I have ever had the honor to call my friend. Yes, as you look upon the young man here in front of you, the valedictorian of his class, his future bright and promising. Judge him not by his nationality, no, judge him by his many flattering accomplishments, his strong will and steely resolve, his keen mind and sharp wit, his delightful sense of humor, and his painfully good looks. The list goes on. Arseney has been a perfect model of courage and determination to me, and he probably doesn't even know it. So now I'm going to tell him so. Thank you, Arseney. If Alfred S could please step forward. Alfred's life is shrouded in mystery to most, but he and I have become good friends over the past few years. Some find him annoying and irritating, but for some reason I always thought he was pretty cool. I think it's mostly because he reminds me so much of myself, especially his rock-hard abs. Alfred has always been nice to me since I've known him, and somehow our friendship has survived despite his love for country music. Alfred has indeed been a very good role model to me at an age when boys are so easily influenced. Yes, many of his decisions have influenced me very strongly. Because of Alfred's actions, I have a pretty clear picture of what not to do in most situations. For example, his questionable taste in fashion is a part of my life when I get dressed every morning. I always think, what would Alfred wear? Then I make sure not to wear it. Also, his actions at the last bonfire made me realize that lighting one's shoe on fire is often not the most enjoyable pastime to partake in. Yes, Alfred has influenced me very strongly since I have known him, and for this, Alfred, I thank you. So, there you have it. The four gentlemen you just learned about have been an irreplaceable part of the past 3 years of my life, and words really cannot properly depict the gratitude I have for each. One more page. Actually, like 2 sentences. If I had the time, I could go on and on about all 4 of them, but I'm sure you'll be happy to know I don't have the time. I would, however, like to thank my 4 friends once again, and also thank all of you for listening.